Steve Francis gets the ball from Terrence Morris eventually. Maryland up by 7 at halftime. Second half, more Francis. He's only 6'3". Yeah, right. Maryland up 5. Stanford would stage a comeback. Peter Sauer, the pull-up for 3 that touches portion of the rim, and then the bottom of the net. We're tied at 45. Stanford would eventually go up by 3. Steve Francis in the spot shadow, gets out of the spot shadow, makes the steal, and then takes it the distance. Part of an 8-0 run. Mike Montgomery needs a timeout. Stanford down 3 with 16 to go. Sauer can't hang on to it. Montgomery telling his team to get back. They don't. Ron Profit at the other end. Maryland wins it 62-60. Steve Francis, the man, the go-to guy, came from Allegheny Community College. The junior college transfer scored 24, 9 more than his average. You don't have to be perfect in the final 5 minutes of a game, said Coach Gary Williams. You just have to play tough and smart. In Tennessee, the Vols in Pittsburgh, which came in averaging 78 points.
Second first half, it's Kenny Hartfield turning it over.
Stolen away by Lonnie Baxter.
And Francis pushes it ahead to Terrence Morris, who knows what to do with it. He was 10 of 11 from the field. Maryland up 18 early. DePaul picking up the intensity, though.
Natural sound, you can hear the intensity.
You could indeed hear the intensity. DePaul would get within 9, but more Maryland pressure. LaRon Profit with the jam. 15 points on the night for Profit. 12 first-half turnovers for the Blue Demons. Second half, DePaul coming back. Quentin Richardson, this guy is something else. Hits the 3 on a bad ankle. He had 28. Maryland's lead down to 3. Gary Williams not pleased, but Maryland would start running away with it. Francis the long board, and the dish to Morris for the jam. 22 on the night for him. Terrapins up by 6, and then it's showtime for Francis. The high step, the behind-the-back move, and the pull-up off glass. That's nice. He finished with 14. Maryland improves to 10-0 with a 92-75 win. Those 22 for Morris matching his career high. The loss snapping DePaul's 5-game winning streak. Francis named the tourney MVP. He had 38 points, 10 boards, 4 assists, and 5 steals in the Terps' 2 wins. Stanford and GW in the tournament's consolation game. Take a look at the spot shadow. Exciting things always seem to happen in the spot shadow. We're beginning to think it's no coincidence. That was Patrick Gonbaz. He levels Arthur Lee, freeing up Shanta Rogers for the 3. Mike Montgomery concerned about Lee. He would be all right, though. Rogers finished with 14, including 4 trays. 1:25 to go in the first. It's Igor Masharikov. Misses badly. Stanford coming the other way.
He's forcing things too, Steve.
David Mosley.
Arthur Lee the other way.
The bounce pass that's stolen by Gonba. He gets ahead to Masharikov, and this time no problems. He had 16, just 5 of 19 from the field, though. GW within 4 at the half. Second half, it's Jason Collins. Hoping the foul, but Collins lands awkwardly on his wrist. Did not stay in the game to shoot the foul shot. 3-point play gave Stanford the 5-point lead, and it's just good coaching right there. Stanford looking to pull away with some quick offense, and they got it from Mark Madsen. 14 points, 10 boards from him as the Cardinal takes it 70-56, breaking a
8-1 taking on Kentucky. 1,000 games ago, the General led Army against Princeton. Low-scoring first half. They didn't exactly shoot the lights out. They did have an electrical failure, but the tempo picked up in the second half. We're tied when Dane Fife, the freshman, steals it, finds A.J. Guyton. He had 15. IU with his first lead of the game. Cats now back up by 5. Luke Recker, no soup for you. Cats swatted 9 shots. That one by Michael Bradley. Saul Smith, the coach's kid, finishing. Cats on a 9-0 run. They were up 47-40. 49-42, Kentucky late. Kirk Haston misses. Bradley with the rebound. Going to get it to a guard. Wayne Turner, Hashimu Evans. Thank you very much. The big lead. Kentucky has this thing in hand, or so it would seem. 51-42 late, but Bob Knight in control. Says, let's feed Luke Recker. Luke Recker stroking from 3. Wildcats have it. Turner gets sloppy with the ball. It's slapped away. Guyton got a hand on it there. We're coming the other way. Recker, bottom. 18 for Recker. The Hoosiers suddenly back down by only 3. Kentucky had a shot clock violation. Indiana a chance to tie. Remember A.J. Guyton, the little fake that got him open against Temple? Fife uses a similar pump fake move. The freshman knocking down the triple. Do it for Dugan. We're tied at 51. We went to overtime. Scott Padgett, who's been struggling behind the arc, knocks down the triple. He busted out of a 1-for-17 slump in his last game by hitting 3 triples. His parents enjoyed it. 56-51 Kentucky when Kirk Hastings is called for traveling. And Bob Knight in style. Bob Knight fashionable. Bob Knight getting a technical foul. Bob Knight's team falling to Kentucky. 70-61 the final. Tough defense in this game. Neither team cracked the 40% shooting mark. Kentucky's work on the boards helped the Cats overcome that, a 43-31 edge. Evans with 22 and 9 to lead the Cats. The Cats have now won 5 in a row against the Hoosiers, and they become only the 3rd team to hand Knight 5 straight losses. Kansas and Illinois are the others. To the Fog, Iowa and Kansas, first half all Kansas. Jeff Boschee the steal, Kenny Gregory the finish. 14 in the first half. Jayhawks up by 9 at the break. Second half, Kansas up by 11. Kent McCausland. Convenient drive-through banking hours. Hawkeyes down by 8. Hawkeyes now down by 3. Dean Oliver buries the triple. We are tied at 68. 3:15 to go. Iowa up by 1. 62-game home court winning streak on the line. Gregory working hard inside. He had 20. Jayhawks up by 1 with a 2-point lead for Kansas. Under 2 minutes to go. Kent McCausland. See the 3. B the 3. Hawkeyes by 1. Under a minute to go. McCausland. See it. Be it. 15 points from behind the arc on the night. 5 for 9 for 3 from McCausland. Hawkeyes at 9 of 17 as a team. And then Iowa trying to preserve the victory, a 2-point lead. J.R. Koch, a run out to Ryan Luersman, and Luersman puts home the winner. And there is plenty of rejoicing as Iowa ends Kansas' 62-game home court winning streak. 85-81 the final. Before the game, Roy Williams had said he was glad that Tom Davis got to experience Allen Fieldhouse, but he hoped he had a bad experience. It was a glorious experience for the Iowa coach who is retiring after this season. It's the first non-conference loss at the Fog since 1993 for Kansas. That one came against Temple. Iowa survived 31 turnovers, but out-rebounded the Jayhawks 41-33. Off to the house that John Stockton built. Gonzaga and Washington. First half, Gonzaga on the run. Richie Fromm in the corner. Good look inside. Jeremy Eaton, a hoop and 1. 13 in the first half for Eaton. This from a guy who's averaging just 8 a night. Gonzaga by 4 at the break. Second half, Huskies trying to stay close behind Todd McCullough. 28 points on the night for him. Huskies down by 3. Shot clock running down. Matt Santangelo, good-looking little player, hits the runner. Gonzaga by 11, and then the Dogs would pull away. Dan Dicker's pass stolen by Fromm. Quentin Hall going to give it back to the man who made the steal. See it and be it. Three-pointer for Fromm. He had 21. Bob Bender and Washington upset by Gonzaga, 82-71. Huskies have now lost 3 in a row. Eaton finished up with 25.
Destination facing Marshall. There's Zerbiak doing it on both ends. Battle on the board. Zerbiak finally pulling down the board. The outlet to Rob Mestis. The junior point guard driving and connecting. Nice shot as he falls. Miami of Ohio leading by 3 at the break. Second half, Travis Young. Behind the back to Cornelius Jackson. Sweet. Marshall within 1. Under 3 to go. Miami by 4. Zerbiak from outside. Example of why he was the best player at last year's Goodwill games this past summer. Redhawks by 6. 9 seconds left. Marshall down 3. Zerbiak fouling Vondale Morton while shooting a 3. Learning experience. 3 free throws for Morton after making the first. He hits the second, and then Morton would complete the trifecta, and we have a tie game at 71. Miami of Ohio's last chance in regulation. Zerbiak, a long 3, no good. The clock expires before Marshall's desperation heave, and we're headed to OT. And it's in OT where this man takes over. Damon Farson, the drive and the miss, trying to make things happen. Zerbiak is there for the tip-in. 2 of his 31 points, he added 13 boards in a 2-point victory in overtime for Miami of Ohio. Chipping in, Frierson with 19 points, John Estick with 16. The Redhawks improved to 5-2. Travis Young had 19 points to lead 5 players in double figures for losing Marshall, who actually out-rebounded Miami of Ohio in this game. 80 pumped. Purdue in the midst of a 14-zip run. The ball is stripped. Jerron Cornell hitting Mike Robinson where he wants to be. 13-6 Purdue at that point, but Illinois would come back. Cartmill, the fancy dribbling. Passes to Therese Bryson for the 3. Illinois State by 1 at the break. Coach Kevin Stallings showing off the vertical leap. Take a look. Kyle Cartnell diving for the ball. Coach Stallings jumping over him. Now, we got out the ruler, and it's nearly a 30-inch jump. The crowd seems to like it. I think it's a perfect 10. Stallings would leave the rest of the leaping to the players. Would have held. Back to the game. Too much Purdue. Eldridge, the miss. Rodney Smith finding Gary McQuay. And it was all Purdue all the time. Mike Robinson leading the way for Purdue with 17 points. The
Lobos and Brian Merriweather, who had 9 3-pointers on the game, makes a 2-pointer there. 38 on the night. Lobos down 15 at the break. They fell down by as many as 18. John Robinson, good look to Brian Smith. Second half, the Lobos were rallying. Now we're tied at 76. Lamont Long, this guy can just flat score. 25 points. Lobos shot 72.4% in the second half. Kevin Henry getting it done from deep. New Mexico comes back big. 101-94 the final. And Georgetown, second half, Earl Johnson from the Scarlet Knights looking for Rashad Kent. Kent, double pop and one. He was 7 of 8 from the floor. The miss, the first shot he missed in 8 games. Rutgers had a 12-point lead, but here come the Hoyas on D. Anthony Perry, he had 16. G-Town down by just 4, but Rutgers hangs tough. Earl Johnson again. Earl pull up, pop, rattle it home. 13 points, and with that, Georgetown was wiped to full screen. 68-62 the final. Scarlet Knights won this thing on the boards, out-rebounding the taller Hoyas 43-28. Another Big East battle. Miami beats BC.
Makes a nice pass to Nate Althoff for the slam. Utah up 41-36 at the half. Weber State, though, staying in it. Andy Jensen with the easy hoop on the inside. He was 4 of 5 from the floor in the game. He finished with 8 points. Then off the steal, Damian Baskerville will miss, but Harold Arsenault follows up with a slam. Arsenault game high 23, Weber State within 2, but that's as close as it got. Andre Miller doing what he does best, creating off the dribble. He had 19 points in the game. And then it's Alex Jensen for 2 of his 15. And a kind word for his older brother. We beat you, but you know what? I still love you. Utah wins 87-74. Hanno Medela scored 17 for Utah. Utah's first game at home since November 14th. Andre Miller, 5 steals. He's now St. John's with great ball movement here on offense. 4 different players touched the ball, and Bootsy Thornton
for 3.
got it for 3. John Calipari liked the passing. Next possession, Red Storm on the run, and it's Thornton. Bootsy, whose real name is Marvis. St. John's up by 15, late second half. Ron Artest going to fly in for the one-handed jam. He had 15 points and 4 steals. Then late in the game, Reggie Jesse, no look behind the back dish to Lavore Postal. Two-handed jam there. Thornton with 23. St. John's rolls 73-52. So the Red Storm now has won 4 in a row. They've won 8 of 10 against Pitt. Thornton transferred to St. John's last December from Tallahassee Community College. Oops. Syracuse 27 turnovers in the game. West Virginia would take advantage. Brooks Berry to Marcus Gorey. West Virginia goes on a 21-5 run. More Mountaineers. Hard shot is blocked by Chris Moss. Jarrett Kearse here gets fouled, scored. He had 13, and West Virginia wins 73-59. West Virginia reserve Brooks Berry, a big lift. He had a career-high 16 points. The Orangemen now lost to Ohio on Saturday. Now this, says Syracuse coach Jim Boeheim on his team's 27 turnovers. I've never had a team that's turned it over this many times.
Calderwood is good from there. Hensley, don't call me Henry Oriental. And Sean Mason, I like his timing, beating the clock with the 3. 9 first-half threes for the Badgers. They were up 4 at half. Second half, Temple down 4. Mark Karcher. The steal and lays it in. Owls down just 2. Karcher at 18 points. Dick Bennett obviously concerned. 24 ticks left. Temple down 4. Mike Kelly. The steal. Here comes Calderwood. Ahead to Andy Kowski. What a slam. John Chaney not thrilled. His team goes to 4-4. Wisconsin wins 63-56. The Owls lose their 4th straight game for the first time since way back in the 92-93 campaign. The Badgers, who shot 62% from beyond the arc, moved to 8-1.
Center we go. Larry Kettner inside to Ajmal Bassett. Jams it down, then gets in the face of Kevin Freeman. Freeman gets even. He had 9 points, beats Bassett along the baseline here, and a foul. Richard Hamilton, UConn's star, averaging 20 points a game, had only 1 point in the first half, rejected there. And then in the second half, throws it out of bounds. UMass down 3, 47-44. Bassett this time, the inside dish to Kettner for the hoop. UMass within 1. Then Hamilton down the stretch, finally shaking free. As he gets open on the baseline, drills a 3. UConn up 4. Kettner trying to keep UMass close. He had a game-high 15, 2 right there on the putback. UMass within 4. But Hamilton down the stretch, buck to go in the game, and he taps it in. Went just 3 of 11 from the floor, did Hamilton, but he got the drive there. Finished with just 11 points, but UConn wins it anyway, 59-54, as the Huskies improve to 7-0. William Avery for 3. William Avery for 3. William Avery, a deep 3. He had 8 threes in the game. That's a Duke record for one contest. He was 6 of 6 from three-point land in the first half alone. Corey Maggette, the freshman, with the jam. Duke up 63-41 at the half. Second half, Maggette goes in for the two-handed slam. Too much celebration there as he taps the backboard. That's a technical, but it really didn't matter. Duke put it away. Maggette had 16 points, 2 more there. He went 7 of 11 from the floor, and Duke wins 116-86. In addition to his 26 points, Avery passed off for 9 assists. Coach Mike Krzyzewski.
12 years hosting Xavier. There's Toledo coach Stan Joplin. Second half, Joplin doing his homework on handling Xavier's press. 3 passes without the ball hitting the floor. Greg Stempen wide open for the jam. We're tied. Stempen led everybody with 23 points. Xavier down 5. Lloyd Price picking Justin Hall's pocket. Watch this jam. That's a monster jam worth millions for Price. 3-point play. It put Toledo up by 2. Art Norman draining the 3. And then it's Norman, sweet serenity. Toledo remains perfect. They win 74-67. Norman scoring 17 in the second half. Greg Stempen with that 23 in the game to lead the Rockets, who are now set. Talking hoops. Clifton Cook, Joe White. A&M coach Melvin Watkins up 41-33 at the break. Second half, it's Cook on D. The steal from Tulane's Byron Mouton going in for the jam, and get this clothesline by Mouton. Cook would stay in the game. He finished with 18 points. Still in the second half. Cook right at it to Chris Clayton. Clayton misses from there. Paul Jacobs is there for the board and the putback. Texas A&M wins. The Aggies move to 7-1 with that victory. Clifton Cook. First half, Tennessee's Isaiah Victor, the block. Tony Harris rewarding Victor. Victor led Tennessee with 11 points, but the first half was all St. Joseph's. Tim Brown
Howard again.
Can be dangerous when distant. 3 of his 15 points, 4 for 5 from three-point range. St. Joe's up 10 at the break. You're kidding me. Tennessee makes a run, though. Harris pushing it, leaving it behind the head for Brandon Wharton. Harris had 6 assists. Tied at 53. 8 seconds to go. For St. Joe's, Andre Howard, spinorama, gets to the glass to put St. Joe's ahead by 2. Falls with one last try. Harris, the J. Is it close? Is it in? Off the rim. That's it. So it's happy action, fun time in Philly. St. Joe's gets the upset, 55-53 for Andre Howard's game-winning basket. According to St. Joe's coach